Welcome to episode 6 of We All We Got. I got my boy to my right, DJ H2O.
You know, this man's trying to break man's back here. Yo, old, you can't be kicking man's in the back like that. Trying to finish man's off, man. Here, Chris me, man.
Listen, you have to get up in the morning. You have to do. Yo, shout out to Pops. He's the one that told me a couple years ago the most important thing to do when you get up is stretch.
Yo, Grum.
Listen to me. Let me tell you how stretching has changed my life, bro. Yep. Before that, I got up in the morning, I would hear like creak,
yup,
crack. Ever since I started up and getting stretching, different me, bro.
Yeah, that's
so. For all you people over 40, over 35, get up and stretch. It's not all about just getting up and, having breakfast or, playing games or watching TV. First thing you should do is pray, thank God for your blessings, and then stretch.
Or whoever you believe in.
Whoever you believe in, that's right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But we all can't be like Soldier Boy and just hop up out the bed with our swag on, Some have to hop. Some can't even hop out the bed. You gotta slide out the bed. You gotta slowly get up, stretch, contemplate.
Hey, let me ask you something real quick. Are we at the mid-range midlife crisis? Are we at that age? Or is it at 50? I've always wondered that. Whenever they say...
Okay,
whenever they say midlife crisis.
Well, is midlife crisis really 50? Like...
Because at 100, nobody's living to... Well, you may live...
But that's the thing. Midlife would be... 50 would be if you're living to 100 for sure.
Yeah, but I guess the average age now...
is usually, maybe like around... They usually say like between, I think...
We're in our
45, 50, 40, 50. So we're near there.
No, we're past mid-range, bro.
Midlife? No.
If the mid-range is about 75, 75.
Oh, yeah. Okay, well then...
Fuck. I need to get myself a Lamborghini or something.
You want to do like they do on the TV.
Yeah.
When they wild out and they start buying a motorcycle and all of this stuff. But you notice most of the time they have to end up giving it back or they get in an accident, right? So I don't think you want to do that. You got to find a different kind of midlife crisis to... my midlife crisis will be playing the lotto and winning. That'll be my midlife crisis.
What do you
start spending money on the lotto or something? Like I gotta do that.
What are you looking to most forward doing when you reach like 70? Like, to me, I want to cuss off everybody and everything.
Oh my!
Like I'm going into the grocery store.
I'm not.
If people are taking too long in the line, I'm like, yo, hurry the F up! I don't got time to waste. I'm almost gonna reach heaven.
I'm instigating. I'm starting stuff. I'm just I'm letting it off. Like I don't care. Like. And if you're young, please say something to me. I will let you know.
Cane and everything, eh?
I'm not kidding nothing. I'm just like, listen, bro. Like, I've done everything you've done. Hey, you keep wilding out. Keep thinking that you're not gonna reach here. If you think you want to stay young your whole life, you know what that means? That means you're gonna die young. And I don't think you want to do that. You want to get old.
Yeah.
Everyone, you want to get old. At some point, you're gonna realize that, and you want to get old.
I'm looking forward to my discount at Shoppers Drug Mart.
Everywhere.
I'm looking forward to my discount at the movie theaters. I'm looking forward to speeding on the highway, cops pulling me over. Hey,
take advantage of all of it. Early bird specials.
You're going to send me to jail? I'm 80 years old. I'm looking forward to all that.
I'm there. Send me.
Yeah. All right, what topics you got on the docket today? What do you got first?
Me?
Yeah, what do you have?
That's you.
I'm going to go first?
Told you you're a topic guy.
All right, we'll go first.
I respond to your topic, but I might have a little something for us later. But I'll let you bring out the first topic first, and
all right. Let me spin it off. All right, so let's talk one of our favorite topics, the NBA, of course. We're in the finals now. I think the last time we spoke about the playoffs, we were talking about the Knicks
and the Leafs.
And the Leafs,
hoping they would make the finals so we can celebrate together and bring unity. I guess that is not happening.
Coulda, woulda, shoulda, didn't happen. So. But it's nothing surprising to anybody else here. So
I mean, it's whatever. It's just consistency. At least that's what we both can say we have is consistency.
That's right. That's right.
Right.
But now that we're in the finals, we got the Indiana Pacers, we got the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Shout out to the Canadians.
Who's the Canadian guy? Canadian guy on the Pacers again?
Maybe I think there is one. Sorry, I don't keep up.
Nemhard. I think his name is Nemhard.
Oh, he's a Canadian guy. Well, shout out to him. Isn't he battling Shea?
Yeah.
Aren't they going at each other? That's nice.
Yeah.
Well, the honorary Canadian, Pascal, give him props for making it back there.
He's hooping.
Hey, I know this is outside of the question that we have, but that was another Raptor. Should Raptors have paid him?
Pascal?
Do you think okay, let me ask this. Not that they should have paid him. Do you think he'd still have the same result if he was here? Like, I'm not, maybe not the finals, but you think he'd still play the same?
See, that's hard
He'd be the same player as if he was with this Raptor squad,
That's hard to say
opposed
because
to the Indiana he's with now?
it's a different team, right?
Like, that's what
Like
I'm
if you
saying.
have to throw in the mix, we still have Scotty Barnes. We still have what's the guy's name? Grady Dick. Right.
But he would have been our leader, right? You would have had to make Siakam the focal guy.
In terms of the veteran leadership, it would have to be Pascal Siakam, right? Because he already has a championship under his belt, right? So in terms of that, should we have paid him? I think so. But what would
Based on some, but based on some of what all these other players are making, that
like he's not?
didn't go as far and are supposed to, then
Is he-
maybe
is-
we should have.
Is he a max contract player?
That's the only thing.
Probably not. I don't
There's a
think
lot of guys that aren't max. Well, I don't blame the Raptors for not paying him the max because, yeah, I don't. Yeah, if it was him that got us the ring, then I would say yes.
So
Give
do
him
you-
the max.
what do you mean if
Maybe
it was
close
him?
to
You don't-
max
you don't
because
think-
it was Kawhi. The adding of Kawhi is what did it. Siakam was able to play the way he did because Kawhi was there to take that attention. It opened up for Siakam. No one's watching, double teaming him,
Gotcha.
focusing on him, knowing, okay, this is the scorer, whatever. Everything goes through him. Everything was basically going through Kawhi. You could even say even Kyle would have gotten some of that action taken away, from Siakam. Siakam was like second, third. He made himself second best scorer in that thing. But if you really just look at it on paper, you probably would have been like, for going to your scoring and get what you need, you probably went Kawhi, Kyle, then probably Siakam.
Yeah.
If anything. So and getting a max, no, but I would have tried to at least get him somewhere close.
Close, yeah.
You know what I mean? Let him know, because
I mean, if you take him out of that championship mix, I don't see them winning a ring. Like I think he was an integral part to that. So because they won a ring,
definitely would have been hard. Yes, yes.
because they
Or
won a
maybe
ring
not get-
with
yeah.
him, and because he was an important part, they should have paid what he deserved. But again, max, no. I mean, all these.
Or even go above what you were willing to pay, what you wanted, but go above that.
Yeah,
And then show him, hey, look, we're going above what we want to give you.
But again, that's a whole. You could say if we paid Kawhi what he wanted. I don't know if we could have kept Kawhi.
I don't even think it was
If we could have kept Kyle longer, if we could have kept Pascal, I think if we would have round that back, I think we'd win another ring, personally.
Well,
But people have their own paths,
yeah.
right? People make their own decisions.
I think it was all on Kawhi to staying. If he stayed, then we would have kept that team.
Yeah.
That team would have probably stayed intact completely. Well, it was really just him that left that year, right?
Yeah.
Him and Green.
I think Lowry left the following year.
Yeah, no, not everyone left. We still had basically the same team intact. It's just we was Anunoby was Anunoby there
Yeah, I know who was there.
when we got the title?
Yeah, I think last year.
Okay,
was,
so there you
I think
go.
last year was his first year as a Knick. Or no, 2 years ago was his first year as a Knick.
Yeah.
So he was there. Yeah.
Okay, so there you go. All right. So yeah, they could have. But again, they're showing how like he was in the playoffs. Siakam was in the playoffs. Powell and Van Vliet, and they're like this could have been the Raptors. But again, all these guys are getting these things because of the different players that are around them now.
Yeah, I mean, you could say the same thing for his situation right now in Indiana, because to me, he's feeding off of Halliburton and a few other guys there. So if you take those guys off and he goes to another team again, would he be worth keeping on a max contract again in Indiana? I still don't think so. It's feeding off of other players.
Honestly, he's probably a second, your second, number two.
On a really
He probably is one of the few number twos that probably could, I can see now maybe deserving, or I wouldn't be mad if he did, if a team wanted to give him a max as a number two.
Yeah.
Because he is solid like if he does get if they do end up being OKC, like he's legit. If you don't want to say he's a number one, he's a legit number two.
If
anything,
he was the MVP for the Eastern Conference Finals, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of people were thinking that Halliburton was going to get that, right? So, I mean, this just bolsters his resume into his next contract negotiation.
Yeah.
Whether it's going to be a max contract, I still don't think he's of that superstar caliber level yet.
Yeah.
But he's getting there. He's getting there.
I mean, with this league, he probably is. I
The
don't
money-
know
the money
who's
that
your
he's doling
what
out.
is a superstar in this league now. You know what I mean? I don't. There you have your superstars, but man, if he's passing these guys or getting further than them, if he's not beating them, but still just ending up further than them,
I would like to see I would like to see Pascal on a team that really needs a star. You know what I'd like to see about Charlotte, probably. I know they have the ball guy, the ball point guy running that right now as far as superstardom is, kind of, but I would like to see him take that mature leadership role where he is that guy on a team rather than feeding off of a Halliburton or rather than feeding off of a Kawhi Leonard in Toronto. I want to see a team where he's actually definitively the number one guy. So I think Charlotte.
you want to see him as a number one.
Yeah,
Oh,
I don't want to see him as a number two, as a third option. I want to see how he would excel as that number one option on the team. At that point, if he's averaging like 25, 30 points or a double-double max, yes.
Do you think he's a number one?
He could be.
'Cause
He hasn't been in the situation to see that though. Indiana, he's not in that situation. Toronto, he's not in that situation.
I
right?
get it.
I want to see the
don't-
situation
but-
where it's just him.
But at this point, I don't know if that will do anything because if he hasn't reached, like, if we think he's reached his peak or he's at his peak right now, kind of thing, right? Like he's getting everything right now. To now after that, if he starts going down now to see if he's a number one, that's not. I don't think that's going to be a good thing. That's going to hurt because you're kind of falling off now where number ones may fall to number twos, then number threes eventually, right? Like because whatever. But I don't like. Yeah, right now is what you need to see if he's a number one. But honestly, I don't think he's a number one. I don't think you can say, here, take this team on your own all the way. He's going to need if you put him a number one, he's going to need a number two, and that number two has to be like a 1B.
Can I challenge you on that?
There's nothing wrong with that. That's what I'm trying to get to. There's nothing wrong if you're a number two and you're just solid or whatever. Like, number one needs you. It's not to say, oh, you're number two. We can win without you. No, there's people who can't win without the number or can't complete the goal without a number two.
You're 100% right. But I'm going to challenge you on that for a second, though. When Brunson left Dallas to go to New York, nobody could have anticipated Brunson being the number one option in New York. What he proved to everybody in New York that he was ready to become that number one guy. They didn't really have that solid lead. They didn't have that guy, right? I think the same situation falls upon Pascal.
Yeah.
Right now, he's not in a situation where he's that number one guy. If he makes a move like Brunson did from Dallas to New York and you put him on a team that needs a number one, he has the potential to become that number one option. He just needs to be in that right situation, right?
Well, to me, there's a difference between an option and actually being one. Anyone can be a number one option on a team. If the rest of the team isn't great and that person is the best option, that's your number one option. It doesn't mean it's your best option. It just means that's your number one option on the team to go to. Even the weakest team, the last place team in the league has a number one option.
True, that's true.
Right? That's your option. But are you an actual number one? There's some guys who aren't number ones where consistently, out of the 82 games, they will lead you healthy 82 games, 80 to 82 games, they're leading you in scoring.
You're right.
I see Pascal doing that. If you're saying on a team with decent, solid bench and supporting starters, I don't know if he's giving you 80. Nowadays, I don't even know if you need that much, but like 70. So I can see him maybe scoring that team maybe in half of it. And that's why I say I think he is a solid number two where you can look to him to lead your team at certain games. Yeah. But I don't know all season. But that's just me. But again, that's nothing wrong with that. There's no knock. That's not a knock to Siakam, right? Knowing your role, know your position, and dominating in that position of what you do, that makes you the superstar or a star, whatever it is that you are. Yeah. Doing what you do best and dominating in that.
True. I mean, what pisses me off, and this continues the story about, players using Toronto as like a breeding ground or a ground where their game isn't elevated, but that's when they start to become that guy, right?
Yeah.
And we let them go. Like we have a long history of that. Pascal now go. Not to say he wasn't nice in Toronto, but now what you see what he's doing in Indiana. I mean, look at we're talking about him being a max contract player.
Yeah.
Why couldn't we just? Why do we have a problem with just retaining these players? What do you think? Like I know you said.
I know sometimes they say with the money, like, depending on where, because I know it's not every place in the States where it's tax-free or whatever it is. Like, it's only really, I think, Texas and Florida where there's the tax-free with your money and stuff like that.
And Maple Leafs have the money.
But outside of that, I'm not gonna put on the fans, but I think organization kind of, and that's the thing that's messed up here is like I don't want them to necessarily just listen to the fans, but I don't want you to disrespect the fans. But a lot of fans here, once it's not going their way, they want to get rid of you. I hear that a lot. Trade this. Oh, they need to go. We need to trade them. We need to bring in this, and they always want to bring in this and expect to not give up something for it. Like that's not how it works. But we have the players,
and we have the money.
We get the players like how we had that team there. Yes, I think there should have been a fight to keep them. But I think they were all becoming, I don't want to say stars, but bigger than that role that they should have been in. Like,
you think their egos? You think their egos?
I'm not saying their egos, but just maybe not their egos, but knowing, okay, your bench, and you hear, oh, your bench on any other team, these guys could be starters. If I hear that, I kind of want to go and see, like you said, how you want to, like with Siakam, see if he can be a number one. I want to see if I can go be a starter on a team. If I'm hearing this, you know what I mean? I can be a starter, and they've won. It's not to say they didn't win and be like, okay, you won. So that's even more of an incentive to say, okay, you know what? Let me go out there.
Let me test the waters.
Let me test the waters and see if I could be a solidified starter on another team, or become the star on another team, depending on what it is they're saying about you, right? I know that happens with all teams, but I don't live in other cities, so I don't know what's spoken about there, right? I can only speak for Toronto. And I think that's what it is, and money, and then money too. And part of it, again, is the whole living in Canada, and for some reason, they still think Canada and America are in two different weather paths, and the snow we get here isn't the snow they get down there. I mean, the amount of it, yeah, it's different. They wild out over.
Not really, New York.
No, I'm saying
Detroit.
No, New York. That's different. I'm not the border ones. The ones that don't get it, and the moment they get it, it's a state of panic over there. It's a state of emergency because there was a sheet of snow on the ground. They don't know how to do it, right? They don't know how to deal with it because all they have is summer gear or, right?
I mean, not to make fun of the situation that happened in California a few months back, but I mean, would you rather deal with wildfires each year?
I hear that, yeah. Or
would you rather just deal with shoveling snow? I mean,
or some snowstorm.
Or the random snowstorm. You know what I mean? I don't want to lose my house to a fire. You guys have to deal with that every single year for months on end.
Potential of it happen every year too. Even if it doesn't.
Not potentially.
I mean the size of it, depending on the size. Like you might get somewhere small. Still sucks, but if it's small and containable, you get rid of it. But then it's those ones every so often they get the major, massive fire ones. It's like, but okay.
But who are you going for? You got Indiana or?
Honestly, I don't care.
You don't care.
Because if OKC wins it, that's great for Shea, whatever, the Canadian, he brought one home or somewhat brought it home. Not home, but, a Canadian led an American team to a title. That's great. And if Indiana wins, it's only really for Seattle.
Okay.
Happy for him, but slightly OKC because it's an actual Canadian.
I got you.
That's on that.
But Nemhard is
there is a Canadian on Indiana, I think. I just don't know who it is, but again, Shea's the big name.
Yeah.
For Canada, it's great for us over here. Hey, hopefully you can win it. And it's in OKC. It's not even like one of the big marketplaces you're doing it for, which is huge.
That's true.
Right, so.
We're seeing how Indiana has run through the playoffs being the underdog for pretty much each round.
Yeah.
If they win these finals. Is this one of or the greatest upset story in NBA history? I think they're the number 5 seed. I'm not 100% sure, but I think they're number 5 seed. I think, not 100% sure. But if they win this series, because they beat up on Cleveland, right? They should have lost that. They beat up on New York. They should have lost that, right? They should have lost the first game against OKC in the finals. They came back from down 15, 20, whatever it was, and they won. If they continue this streak and they end up winning the finals, outside of, I'm not too sure how low Detroit Pistons were ranked when they won. I'm pretty sure they weren't were they the number 1 seed? Not 100% sure.
I don't know if they were number 1, but
No.
I don't think they were at 8 seed.
No, they weren't the 8 seed.
No.
But if the Pacers win this, are they legit one of the best underdogs to win the championship?
I don't know. Okay.
You say yes?
Yeah.
All right.
Underdogs. Okay. Let's look at it this way. Because I gotta see how you look at it. As a run, it's a great run as in the comebacks they made. Being down by a certain point, and at the time, maybe it's like the fourth quarter, whatever
Every
it is.
single round.
That type of run,
Yeah.
in that aspect, yes, I'll give them that.
Yeah.
But okay, let's look at this. Cleveland.
They were the number 1
Yes,
East.
listen. Record, great. Okay, they had a great record, but mind you, they've had years to be able to. They just surprised everyone this year. That's what it was. It was a surprise because no one was. If you go beginning of the year, you were not saying Cleveland was going to be the number 1 team in the East.
That's true.
No one
That's true.
was saying that,
I'll give you
except maybe Cleveland players to feel strong,
I'll give you
right?
that.
So, and when they got the playoffs, they already looked shaky,
Yeah.
and even things. So I'll give them that, but Indiana's looking at the two. I don't think Indiana was, probably sounds like the better team, really. If you, maybe on paper, they might have been a better team. I don't know. But I don't think Cleveland was that number 1 as like when they had LeBron as a number 1. Like
Gotcha.
you weren't fearing Cleveland like that. You just, Cleveland's doing a great run. I think they'll win because they're number 1, not because you feared them.
I got you.
So they got past them. But I'll give you that. They had their runs, whatever. And not everyone, people did put Cleveland above them just because of the record. And then who was next after them? Boston.
Yep. Oh, no, sorry. Who Indiana beat?
Yeah, after they picked out Cleveland, who was the next round for them?
Oh my gosh, who is it? Let me see.
Was it Boston?
No, New York faced Boston. Give me one
Yes,
second.
New York took a buck.
So Pacers 2025 playoff.
Oh my gosh. You know, remember who it was?
Who's gonna win? Google or Akil?
It's not gonna be me.
Who's gonna win? Who's gonna win? Just pick any team in the East, bro.
I'm trying to think of the teams in the East.
Postseason. Milwaukee.
Okay.
Yeah.
Milwaukee.
So it was Milwaukee in the first round.
Oh, first round was Milwaukee.
First one was Milwaukee.
Okay.
Second round was Cleveland.
Okay, so that's even different. Okay, so that's what I was saying. Why Cleveland? Why even Cleveland in their first round was shaky. People were already. So for second round they took out Cleveland. First round was Milwaukee. They were going into playoffs where. Yeah, they're not.
Yeah, because they had that Lillard injury that they're dealing with.
They weren't
They were
that
going back
great
and
of a
forth.
threat.
Yep.
And then okay, the Knicks was the last one they just got by, right? Which people were hyping off of the Knicks thing, but
The Knicks were on paper. The Knicks were the better team.
as an underdog, I don't think they really beat any teams that were like, if you want to look at it, way above them. Like, oh, these guys definitely aren't winning this because this team is way better than them.
Yeah.
But I will give them as a great run,
Yeah.
as in how they won their games.
Facts.
Like coming back, being down 20,
Yeah.
or being down whatever it is in a few seconds, being able to bust those out and win the games. I'll give you that in a run like that.
Okay.
But if you're a 5th seed,
I do stand corrected.
8 seeds, yes, I'll give you 8 seeds. 5th seeds, depending on who you beat,
Yeah.
I'll give you those runs.
I do stand corrected. Indiana was actually the 4th seed getting into the
Okay,
playoffs.
so-
Milwaukee was the 5th seed. Now you could still look at that and okay, they may be higher ranked than Milwaukee, but on paper, I mean, if you have Giannis and you have Lillard, right, and you have what's the guy named Portis, I still know more players on the Milwaukee team than the Indiana team. All I know on the Indiana team.
I'll give you
So
that.
even though Indiana had the better record, I still saw them as part
I'll
of the
give you
underdog.
that. But again, like you said, if you're basing it off seeds, then no. If you're a 4th seed facing a 5th seed,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not giving you one. Even the 5th seed beating 4th seeds, that's the only one where it's like I don't
still
say an
too
upset.
close.
I don't say
Yeah.
unless those records are like completely different. Like that 4th seed is 10 games above 500,
Yeah.
and the 4th and the 5th seed was like 15 games below.
Yeah.
Then I can see you saying, okay, there's an upset. But usually 4-5 is like 3-2 games,
That's a good
maybe
point.
1 game off. So I wouldn't even really give. That's why I said seed wise, no, it's not. It's nowhere near the greatest run. But yes, run as in we're down and we come back and beat you.
Yeah.
The next game we're down again and we come back and beat you. And then definitely.
I think it's a very dangerous.
And if they beat OKC,
Yeah.
who everyone had them winning regardless over Indiana or not,
Yeah.
as an opponent, they had OKC winning. So if they were able to pull this off,
Mm.
I'll give them a run. I'll let them as a great run throughout the playoffs. Yeah.
If you're Reggie Miller, are you genuinely happy for your team, or are you thinking that should have been me? Damn it!
99% happy for you.
Yeah.
99%.
I don't know. I'm feeling away from I'm feeling away from Reggie.
That 1% strong though. Because that 1% is that should have been me.
Should have been me.
It's a heavy one, right? But you can't be. I think it would have hurt more if it's closer to when you left.
True. That's true.
If they did this like 2-3 years after you leave the league, that's gonna hurt.
That's gonna hurt.
I don't know if I could. I don't even know if I want to be around. Like I'll clap for you, yeah, that's great, but I can't be there, knowing that. Damn, I could have just rode the bench for the next 2-3 years and I could get a ring.
It's like one of those moments where, like when I looked at Reggie when what's his name, Ray Allen. Shout out
Yeah.
to your boy Ray Allen. When he beat Reggie's record for the
Freeze.
first time,
When he
and you
clapped.
saw Reggie clapping, I'm like, he may be clapping, but you know deep down he wants to attain that record.
Yes, he got no ring, but I mean it's 3, so he probably that I can see him obviously dealing with easier than someone bringing a ring to the city.
Yeah.
You just being passed for 3-pointers, okay, whatever. Like it's not to say he's a garbage 3-point shooter either, Ray, and whatever. Like he probably knew that's gonna get passed eventually. Like,
Yeah.
but yeah, for them to bring the ring, like if they bring a ring now, you should be happy. You'd be happy. They still talk about Ray. There's still people in the comments that's like, yeah, you know, it's Reggie still.
Yeah.
Where people try to say, well, Halliburton's the greatest Indiana Pacer kind of. It's like, I'm not. Still not putting you
That's
above
the bait.
Reggie.
That's the bait. I wouldn't even put him past Mullen. Like
Chris Mullen?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mullen was nice.
Mullen was
You had
nice.
Rick Mullen, you had Rick Smith, you had Mark
It
Jackson.
was a sick team.
Oh, the Pacers had a nice team thinking about it.
Davis boys.
It was only
Even though they weren't brothers, but we didn't even say that, you know, Davis boys or whatever.
Yeah, they had a nice team.
Nice team. Team.
Yeah. Keeping with basketball though,
Mm-hmm.
kind of off topic, but again, speaking with basketball, do you remember what was your favorite, what move by which player made you fall in love with the game? And do you remember what game that
No,
was?
I'll tell you right now, ball, I don't know how I fell in love with ball.
Okay, fair enough.
I do know Bulls and Jordan, like I remember them in Detroit because my parents had a friend that lived in Detroit. We'd visit every now and then. So I do remember being a Jordan fan and think about like what got me into it. Like if it was there a move that sort of got me into ball? No. But I'll just say yeah, like
What moved it- what-
just seeing him play
Yeah.
is probably it.
All right, so you're on the court, you're 17, you're 16. What move did you try to emulate?
Well,
Okay.
started
I
playing.
can't see a 7-foot Achilles trying to do a thing.
No, but younger. No, but okay. Like when do I remember playing ball was probably like grade 3, 4. Like solid memories of knowing, okay, I'm playing basketball. It's probably like 4. Honestly, biggest thing back then was getting the ball under your legs, man. Being able to do this, that was the shit. Like knowing I can do that or whatever. Yeah, you know, you
You were like, I'm NBA ready.
I don't know if that's right.
I killed it all. I'm ready for the draft, son.
Sign me up. I'm ready. Take me. But no, it was, I can't say if there was a one significant moment or something that I saw like, ooh, yeah, I want to play basketball. I just know I was into basketball.
Got you. That's a good point.
I mean, seeing the Jordan and doing that one, that was like,
You could pick so many. You could pick so many.
that was it. But yeah, there was.
I think